Red rum! 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 Stop it! Red rum! Red rum!
Boner. Boner. Well, are we ready?
When are we turning them on?
3, 2, 1. Jesus.
Boner.
Boner. Boner. I hate this. Do you have a tricycle? Where'd you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It works.
I mean, I'm too big for it, but it works.
Dude, there is snow all over the place. This stuff is messy.
Ow.
What is it?
It's like fake snow.
And Allie, what character are you? Because there were scenes where
Shelley Duvall.
there was a woman in the bathroom, like in the tub.
No, I'm not the crusty naked lady. It's just there were a lot of iconic bathrooms in the whole movie, so I thought this would be a nice setting. But then I did the bathrobe and the turtleneck and the flannel.
Could you recreate the scene when she's like screaming like ah? Yeah, perfect.
Good job, Chad. Hey, at least we each picked somebody different this time.
No.
Yeah,
Me and Harry
Justin
are the
and
same
I are-
character.
before and after.
Well, what'd you think?
It was a movie.
It was a movie.
Saw it finally.
Yeah, I can't believe I've never seen The Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have swore as a kid I had seen it, just forgotten about it, and just saw like maybe bits and pieces. And I remembered like specifically, yes, as a kid I saw The Shining because I remember hedge maze animals attacking the main guy. And then watching this movie, I'm like, huh, that wasn't this version of The Shining. Apparently that was from the miniseries. So I don't think I actually ever have seen The Shining proper.
Yeah, the miniseries. Stephen King did not like this version of The Shining, so he made his own, and it wasn't that good.
Stephen King had like, he made his own? What do you mean he made his own? He made it?
Yeah, he like produced it.
Whoops.
Damn. Yeah, I had to rewatch
Yeah.
the clips from the series just to like I didn't dream that, did I? Like I could have swore there were hedge animals.
Yeah, there were hedge animals in the book, but he switched it to a maze because he thought it'd be too hard to do.
Oh, there wasn't even a maze in the book?
No, they were just hedge animals,
Oh.
and they came to
Weird.
life.
I feel like the maze was like one of the key points of the
It's
movie.
like the main part.
That's great.
Yeah, there was a different main part of the book that they omitted from the movie.
Okay, I'll be interested to see how things differ. You've read the book, obviously.
Yeah, recently, this summer. I hadn't really read any Stephen King, and then I thought I'd give it a chance, and I liked it quite a bit. And in some ways, it's really similar to the movie, and then in other ways, it's pretty different.
Shining.
Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit. Shining.
It's weird. It was weird for me watching The Shining for the first time, having seen so many of the iconic scenes and sets and everything. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I got cheated out of what would have been like a really interesting movie where like I wouldn't know where things were going and there would have been twists and turns and it probably would have been more shocking. But for the most part, I recognized a lot of the plot points through those memes and scenes that I've seen just throughout pop culture. So I did feel like
Man.
it was hard to feel like the creep factor when I knew so much about the movie going into it, despite having never seen it.
That fucking
The
meme
hell was that?
Chad's Bell.
Oh,
That meme when he's staring, he's like, and it's like slowly zooming in on him. I've seen that so many times. Like there's one, it says, when a toddler sees a disabled person for the first time.
That's horrible.
I know, but it's true. Little kids are always staring.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the things that I've seen from The Shining, like I've heard it was like one of the scariest movies of its time, but most of the things that I know the movie from have been from like memes or parodies, just comedy versions of The Shining. So yeah, a lot of the bite from it was taken away from all of like the things that I recognize it from.
Yeah, it's so ingrained in pop culture now, it's hard to separate it from that.
Like I kept thinking of Family Guy anytime it showed the kid on the tricycle rolling around on the carpet. Just like, yeah, it's like, damn, this probably was really freaky for like when this movie came out.
pretty good, Justin.
Yeah, looking back, it's some of it seems a little bit tropey or maybe less scary because probably so many things have been done since then that you know, were influenced by it. But I still find it really eerie and creepy.
I kind of tried to watch it from a lens of like, it hasn't been that many years since it's been out. But I knew so little about this movie. Like, I've seen the memes and stuff, but I didn't even know that the two main peeps were married. So when I first started watching it, I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because I kind of knew like how it ends, but I didn't even know they were married. I thought he was just a crazy person. So when I watched it, I was like, aha.
I love me a good stranded in a cabin movie during a snowstorm or stranded somewhere in a snowstorm.
And the book felt like that too.
Hateful Eight, The Shining, what is it, Holdovers?
Oh, yeah.
Or as Mom would call it, the whore lefters.
The Thing.
I think Hateful Eight is probably my favorite example of that. All these strangers stuck in a cabin.
Oh, right. Today on Total Dog Shit,
Oh, right.
we are discussing The Shining by Stanley Kubrick, written by Stephen King. And we're going to find out if it is good or total dog shit.
Here's Johnny!
Boner.
This is very uncomfortable.
Commit.
The red rum scene is creepy as shit.
Is Justin super quiet to you guys too, or no?
Yeah, he just got quiet.
Boner.
Yeah, you're going to have to lean closer to the mic.
Boner! Weird. It's like almost peaking. Oh well.
As soon as this movie starts, I'm pretty entranced in it. Just the way it's shot, the way it's edited, with the score, those helicopter sequences.
The helicopter's so cool.
As soon as it started, I was just like, oh, my focus is sucked into this now.
Yeah, there's just even just the opening scenes, it was like, ooh, spooky.
Yeah, it really sets the tone, gets you prepared for the movie. And then the long scrolling titles. You don't really see a lot of opening credits anymore.
It's so funny because on my short horror film, it opens with no more long intros. This movie's got a long ass intro.
Yeah.
I liked it though, and I really liked that. And this is just something that I probably noticed making videos. I like how the camera was handheld from inside the helicopter. Like those scenes feel a lot more eerie, and they work better than if they would have actually just used a drone. That's very stable.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the shots themselves were beautiful. And with the way, like, this is my third Kubrick film that I've seen now after Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut, now this. And I could see a lot of the similarities of the cinematography and the filmmaking from Eyes Wide Shut to this, except already just what they are filming is more interesting in this. Like, it's a similar vibe in how it's filmed and how, like, just the world is presented, but you get these vast landscapes, and even once you come out of that and you're in the hotel, every room has a very awesome design. There's really retro looking carpet everywhere. It's just like the sets are badass. And so to me, I was brought into this world and engrossed in this world more, even though it was filmed similar to Eyes Wide Shut. It's just what they were actually filming was more interesting to me. So it was like I never really felt like I could live in this world longer than I could with Eyes Wide Shut, and I wasn't as annoyed with how long this movie was as I was with Eyes Wide Shut, just because like I would sit in this world longer.
You'll come around to it.
no, this movie was
think
much
so.
better.
And like after Eyes Wide Shut, after watching it, I'm seeing more information about it, and it sounds like Eyes Wide Shut wasn't even like. It seems like it was farther from the final cut than we may have originally thought from Kubrick's vision. So maybe that's a part of the reason why some parts of it don't quite land for me. Is it had a lot of studio intervention, and it didn't get to see his like true vision brought to screen.
Allie, did you like the part when the little boy is smacking on the peanut butter?
What do you think?
Yeah, so, I love how he'll have all these really symmetrical, really well-framed shots, and it's like really controlled camera movement, but then he'll break it up with these handheld kind of frantic things to like jar you out of that when you need to, when something crazy's going on. He does that in Barry Lyndon really effectively, because the whole movie feels like this Renaissance painting. But there's one scene in particular where it just kind of devolves into chaos and the camera sort of mimics that. And he does a similar thing here, too.
Let me mute while my dogs are barking.
Jack Nicholson makes hair loss look cool.
I know, I don't know how he does it.
He just like rocks it.
He, in general, like, are there movies where he doesn't play some sort of like menacing presence? Because even watching this before he goes full crazy, he's just kind of a scary guy. Like I don't think you could cast anyone better for that role. He was terrifying.
Yeah, he's in a rom-com or two.
Is he?
He's in one with Diane Keaton. R.I.P.
Something's got to give.
He's in Anger Management.
Yeah, Anger Management though, he was like a creeper. Like he was not necessarily like just a normal guy. He was kind of off the wall.
Hold on. You guys keep talking, I gotta
He seems like a Joker character in general.
His son is in Smile 2, I think, and he's creepy as shit in that.
Chad, where did you get that?
I feel like we need to watch Saw just because you have that tricycle.
Yeah.
The sound design on the tricycle scene is so cool.
Yeah, Justin, I had the same note when he's like going
It's like
over
on the carpet, then the hardwood floor. Yeah.
That scene is awesome. Like they have to like be punching that up. Like that can't just be like what they recorded on the scene. Like that was purposefully blown up to be extra spooky.
I don't know if it's too early to say this, but speaking of sound design, I thought at first it was really creepy and effective. But by the middle of the movie, I was so tired of eerie violin, shrieky sounds. It kind of was more distracting than it was effective in making the scenes more spooky, in my opinion. Like, it was just too much. In every single scene, it was just nonstop spooky sounds.
Yeah.
And it was just a little much for me.
Once the tension ramps up, it seems like the score is just nonstop going at it with the creepy violin.
When they're driving.
And that's what it reminded me a little bit of Eyes Wide Shut, too, with like just that piano drumming along the whole time. There was just like constant score to where you don't really get a break.
It's good, Chad.
When they're driving, Jack Nicholson is doing this. And it's like, imagine if you're actually doing that in a car.
Yeah.
I had that note.
Yeah, so that conversation in the car is a little weird when they're talking about cannibalism, just the way Jack Nicholson is acting already.
Yeah, he was already acting spooky.
One thing that Stephen King didn't like about the adaptation was how the father, there's no real arc to him. Like, he already kind of starts off kind of crazy.
Yeah.
In the book, he starts off, he is an alcoholic and he was abusive, but he's like this guy who's struggling with that. And there's more affection towards Danny. Maybe, but it's hard to convey that maybe in a film because some of that's internal in the book. But he starts off less crazy and kind of devolves over time. And then there's a mini redemption sort of at the end. This one abandons that, and he's just kind of weird already.
Yeah, I feel like I would have liked it better that way. Like if there was a little more conflict of character, like why the hell is he acting like this? Rather than like, oh, he must be drinking again. Or she assumed rather quickly that the bruises were from him. I would have liked it to be a little more out of character for him to be that kooky bananas.
Yeah, his character, he turns extra crazy really fast. And that's one of the things that Brittany noticed too, is like he was kind of a dick, but then I think the first month into the hotel stay, he's doing the meme where he's like kind of frozen, staring with his mouth open. and it just comes on really quick. Like, we don't see that progression. So I get that criticism. It's not a full building arc. It just seems like he's kind of a dick and then he's crazy.
But yeah, I wonder why Kubrick went that route. Because, I mean, he did it intentionally. Maybe it was more implying that the hotel already kind of had him and was
because he already went there.
Yeah, and it was just drawing him to it.
I guess that makes sense. I didn't think about that.
So he's just the catalyst of getting the family there.
But Chad, as one of the notes that we were saying is like how he was kind of like weird to Danny and didn't have as much affection to Danny. One of the lines that I wrote down that was cracking us up was Danny goes, "I'm hungry," and Jack goes, "Well, you should have eaten your breakfast."
You should have eaten your breakfast.
Well, you should have eaten your breakfast.
And that reminded me of the time that we were at Vala's pumpkin patch, and it's cold out. We're just hanging out, walking around, and we hear this little kid walk by and goes, "Mom, I'm cold." And the mom goes, "Well, you're the brainiac who ordered a snow cone when it's cold out."
Yeah, I think about that pretty often.
Yeah, we quote that all the time. Just mom heckling, just dunking on her kid. "You're the brainiac." It's very Jack kind of mentality there.
What we were saying about him getting drawn back to the hotel, like he'd been there. Isn't there like a whole essence of reincarnation in this?
That I think I saw something like a video or read something afterwards that is something that's implied, or maybe Kubrick talked about it at one point, which is probably true. I don't think I picked up on it the first time I watched it. I kind of took it more as it's just more abstract, where it's all those times are kind of flattened and live in the hotel at once from these different eras of like hauntings and deaths and all that and ghosts. And once you're in there, you're just kind of all a part of that.
Well, the one guy also said, "You've always been the caretaker of this hotel." So then I was thinking maybe he's a ghost, but I don't think so.
But also, Chad, does the book go more into like the explanation of the shining or having the shine or whatever? Because it kind of like the Mr. Halloran or whatever goes into it. He goes with long explanation, weird dialogue with the kid over some ice cream, but it doesn't really like go back into it too much.
There's no real explanation for it. I guess there's more exploration of it or more examples of it in the book. And there are people in the world that at different levels can shine a little bit or a lot. And Danny is like one of the stronger people who shine. It's also implied that maybe Wendy or maybe Jack kind of shine a little bit, but at very low levels. But it doesn't really explain where it came from. What it does do is go more into the backstory of the hotel and the previous owners and just the different decades that it's existed and all the things that have happened there. And that's why you see some of those ghosts. They all kind of have a reason for being there, or you at least get how they died or were part of the hotel history in some way.
So does it explain the furry couple banging it out?
It does.
Yeah, I think it would have been cool to have a little more examples of the shiny stuff, because they kind of touched on it and then it was like, okay, well, it's just there. So even if they don't fully explain where it came from, to just have more of it woven throughout the story, because it just seemed like a little bit of a disconnect. Like even in the beginning, the mom was not weirded out enough that the kid was talking to this Tony fella.
Leading up to the movie, I had no idea why it was called The Shining. So all of that was new to me, despite having so much of the creeps kind of spoiled for me. The Shining part, completely new. I was like, oh, okay, I guess we shine now. I want to be shiny!
We'll shine on.
We could be
Did any of you guys have imaginary friends?
shiny.
No, I tried to. It didn't work.
Yeah, I never did.
Too many real friends.
I pretended that life-size Barbie doll was an imaginary friend, but she was boring.
Oh yeah, you guys made me date her.
Yeah. We did.
I don't think we made you do anything.
No, we definitely did.
No, they did.
I forgot.
Totally did. I think it was me and Amy.
How does that work?
We convinced him she was real, and we're like, this is your girlfriend now.
Yep. And then I banged that Barbie.
Fuck.
Jesus.
No.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I noticed something in new movies. There's not a lot of fades, and this movie has a lot of fades into the next scene.
Yeah, his movies do that a lot.
I feel like I never see that anymore.
A lot of fades. Oh, and a lot of zooms, like slow
I love the
zooms,
zoom
fast
shots.
zooms, reverse zooms.
There's a part when it zooms in on the kid's face real quick, and it looks really cool. It's like,
I guess like Wes Anderson does that, but it's more for a comedic effect.
you know who does that a lot is Tarantino
Yeah.
on Django. You will?
But it's almost like modern movies are afraid to do that. Like they think it looks cheesy.
You know who's the king of those camera movements is the guy who did Shaun of the Dead.
Edgar Wright.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, I was considering Shaun of the Dead as my pick for the Halloween movies. Maybe next
That would
year.
have been good.
Chad, I'm gonna need you to edit a version of the kid running around the hotel on his tricycle, but with Bobby's World music in the background.
That's what it is.
That's
Bobby's
all I
World.
could think of.
World.
Don't you know, Bobby?
I have a note in here that says, "Kid tricycle reminds me of a cartoon, but don't know which one."
Bobby's
It's
World.
Bobby's World.
Oh, the guy said Shining. He said it right when he said it. I was like, ah, Shining.
Yeah, the a lot of the camera work was really cool. Like just stuff you don't see these days because maybe it's like you said they're afraid that it's gonna look cheesy. But like even in the just following him on the tricycle, but also the camera behind them while they're going through the maze.
That was so cool.
Dude, I would not go in that maze.
Oh, yeah. So it showed the maze aerial, and it was definitely not real. Like it was generated somehow. I think, and I could absolutely be wrong, to me it looked like a miniature set. Like they made a miniature maze and then imposed the actors like on green screen or something into it.
I think that's what they did. I don't know if it was green screen, but I know that there was a miniature, and then I think they shot them from up above, like from the roof or something, and then somehow imposed them into there.
Yeah, I was wondering that because they're like, how far back because I know it's like CGI wasn't a thing or that active, but it's like how far back does stuff like After Effects imposing, or what do they call it? There's a name for it. It's just kind of like imposing people into scenes. It's like how far back could they do that?
It's a good question. I think it's around that time. I know this is one of the early uses of Steadicam.
Really?
And the guy that was doing the Steadicam, I think he invented it, but he was contracted to work for like so many weeks, but he knew it was going to go over, and then he had to go work on one of the Rocky movies. So he would shoot in London for a week, fly to shoot Rocky for a week, he was like flying back and forth throughout the production, which would be exhausting.
No, thank you.
Harry, are you wearing like makeup or something?
No.
You look like you have eyeliner on.
I think it's just because lack of sleep. I think I'm losing it. This guy's losing it.
This guy's losing it.
This guy's losing it.
You're turning into him.
Yeah, so he sort of lost it from the beginning.
You're going to be walking around the tiny home. Brittany!
Here's Harold. Why does he say Johnny?
I know. I don't get
Johnny
it.
Carson.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't catch that was a reference.
Why?
That's how they intro Johnny Carson.
I was like, his name's Jack.
I know, but why does Jack Nicholson say that?
Well, because it was such a pop culture thing at the time. Like, everyone knew what that was from.
Well, now they don't, so it did not age well. That's why you don't do pop culture references in movies.
Surprising you guys don't know that.
I know it from this movie, not from
It's like,
Johnny Carson.
you know, if we get pulled underwater for some reason, I would say that's not Snowflake.
That's not Snowflake.
It's not Snowflake. It's not Snowflake.
One of my favorite shots in this whole movie is the blood elevator. So that scene is incredible, and they obviously did it practically. I watched a YouTube series where they tried to recreate it with CGI to see if they could do it. And they got decently close, but it's like nothing compared to actually doing it. And we watched Evil Dead Rise the other day, and they're like, this ghost is haunting them, and they're in the elevator, and it's filling up with blood, and they're like drowning in blood, and then the elevator's like coming down. The movie's kind of comical. It's a great movie. It was crazy. It was full throttle the whole movie, just nuts. but the elevator is going down and they're drowning and it's like this tense moment, and then you hear the thing ding and the fucking door opens up and it's like that same exact scene but their version of it. It was really funny. It was like, oh, cool. It's like straight from The Shining, because I had seen that scene many times. And then I also noticed there was a lot of the Substance used a lot of the same framing and scenes in their movie as The Shining.
How so?
Like the red room, the bathroom that they're in is like the Substance damn near recreated that. And then some of the camera angles are like down low against the door and shit. There's just I remember seeing like a meme of all the matching Substance and Shining things.
Yeah. With like the blood elevator scene and how it kind of comes at you and engulfs the screen. There are a lot of shots and sequences in this movie, and a lot of his movies that I think that kind of confront the viewer in this sort of aggressive way, with characters looking directly into the camera or things coming right at the camera. And it's just interesting to me how he doesn't break the fourth wall, but almost kind of does, you know? Like these things are presented for you and you're kind of being attacked with the movie itself. And normally when you're doing those flash frames of something scary, like it would flash to the boy and he's doing this, and then it would flash to something else. It'd be done with like a music cue, a really loud jump scare kind of thing. But he doesn't jump scare them. He still has this weird undertone kind of flowing through it. So it's this quiet, flashy, aggressive thing that doesn't try to jump out at you or make you jump, you know? It's more this tone or this vibe that it's going for.
Well, one thing I noticed in regards to like those screeches and the what would be potential jump scares in the scene when he's on the tricycle and he turns the corner and it shows the two twins at the end of the hallway, the music cue that would be normally like the jump scare music cue hits before he even rounds the corner. It kind of warns you that something's going to be around the corner, rather than like you turn the corner, see the twins, and it's like bing! That music cue hits earlier than I would expect for like a horror type scene like that.
That happens a lot. A lot of the music cues or the sound cues happen not right at the moment that you expect them to. Mm-hmm. And even her screams are off sometimes. She'll scream and then turn around, or she'll see something and then scream, but it doesn't feel like, none of it really lines up exactly.
Mm-hmm. I really liked the scene when he wants a drink and goes to the bar and then talks to the bartender for a while, and the part when he's like walking through the party and shit.
I'd give my goddamn soul for a beer.
He's so good in this.
When he calls Wendy the sperm bank upstairs.
Yeah. He is so mean to her.
Yeah. And with that scene where he's at the bar, I was fully expecting to maybe have one or two other characters show up in the movie, but I did not expect like full ballrooms full of actors. And I know at that first bar scene, it's just him and the bartender, but later on, he starts to see more and more of the ghosts or whatever they are in the hotel. And I thought this was going to be like 4 characters the whole time through the movie. So it was cool to see like those sets kind of build up and the hotel get filled out from earlier on when it's just those 3. And then it starts to be more lively and the hotel just like kind of starts to breathe life into it. It reminded me a lot of the other movie. I think it's a Stephen King novel, but the John Cusack, is it 1408 or something like that? Mm-hmm. Where it's just like something confined gets bigger as the story goes along. It was cool.
Yeah.
I felt pretty sad for Wendy when she went to go see if he wanted some sandwiches. And he was like, how about we make a new rule?
Yeah.
If I'm in here, that means I'm working on something. So why don't you just stay the fuck out of here? I was like, oh
Get
no.
the fuck out of here.
She just wanted to see if he wanted a sandwich.
Why don't you start right now and get the fuck out of here?
And that's about where I thought his character would start to show like some remorse or struggle with his behavior changes. Like after he was a dick to her, he might like recognize that shit, I'm being an asshole. But then he doubles down and says like, get the fuck out. Just after
starts typing away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I really thought his character would be a little more like roller coastery.
Troubled.
But it was he's just a dick and he becomes a bigger one.
Yeah.
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 I want to watch it again.
Whoa, it's a lot different than Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, this is far better.
I watch it every Halloween.
Chelsea was pretty mad that you chose it because she loves The Shining, but she says it's not a Halloween horror, it's a winter horror.
No, it's like Nightmare Before Christmas. Could be either one.
She said, and I quote, Chad may as well picked Krampus.
What the hell is she talking about? It's a horror movie.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking it was like Halloween themed movies. I thought it was like movies
you watch
that
around
you
Halloween.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah, but it does feel like a winter horror to me.
Well, just because you're dressed in snow
Well, Chad's an idiot.
doesn't mean it's all winter movie.
I'm not dressed in snow, this is snow.
Yeah, one time when we were little kids, our Halloween got canceled because of a snowstorm. So
No, that's true
did.
terror.
That was that like 97 or something?
we were at the Winfrey's, I'm pretty sure.
The Shining sound was pretty intense sometimes. It's a like high whistle.
Yeah, Puppy Jane did not like it.
Yeah.
The cats were freaking out too.
Yeah, I used a high-pitched ring like that in my new short horror, and I even thought it was like mine was too loud. In this movie, it is
So
fucking
loud.
stabbing
It
loud.
was a little too much for me.
And I noticed, and this isn't a complaint, I like the sound of old movies, but I was just surprised by a lot of Jack Nicholson's dialogue being so distorted. Like, there's a scene when he's on the phone, and it's like it's clipping so bad. But it's not like it doesn't sound bad. It's just like a lot of old movies have that weird distortion.
Well, speaking of the sound design you put into your video, do you want to share the news since we did talk about it in the last one?
Oh, yeah. We got to the top 15 out of 197 horror films. So I'm going to LA for the film festival.
Cool.
I might go like this it's a costume film
Dude,
festival.
It's not a bad idea.
Is it a costume film festival?
Yeah, everyone
Cool.
dresses up. Get an axe while I'm out there, and
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
here's Johnny.
Yeah, that's really
Super
cool.
excited.
I can't believe it. We watched the top 25. The ones, some of them are hidden on YouTube, but we watched the top 25 that were available, and I was like, I'm fucked. Like, these are crazy. And Mom said, yeah, after watching them, I went to bed depressed. I was depressed for you.
Sounds like something Mom would say.
It really does.
But yeah,
But-
top 15 against real, like, full
And then-
production companies.
It's crazy.
Yeah, wasn't it just you, Eric, and Ryan?
Just 3 of us, no one else. We shot it over 3 days.
It's crazy.
And your budget was how much?
We didn't really establish that, but I think I spent maybe $150 on it. Maybe.
That's crazy.
And a lot of other people say, well, you have the camera and the lights and stuff. So it's like, yeah, that's true. But I did
But
buy
you
my
didn't
camera.
Buy
I
it
bought-
for that.
Yeah, I bought my camera 5 years ago
Right.
and the lights last year. So it's like, and they're not even nice lights. They're just Amazon lights.
Well,
Yeah.
it worked out.
I'd like to get some better lighting.
Yeah. The effects look great.
You do a lot with the resources you have, for sure. I want to see a behind the scenes thing. I want you to put out a video with some of the making of, and I see people in the comments asking about it too. So you should do that.
Yeah, I'm going to and show how I made all the guts and the brains and stuff. The brain was Jell-O with milk in it.
Really?
I made peach Jell-O and put milk in it to make it more flesh colored, and then I painted
It
it with
looked
food
nasty
coloring.
in person too.
Didn't anybody bite it when you were done?
No, we had it was wrecked. What's funny is the shots that we ended up using for the brain were test shots. Like, we were just doing a bunch of tests to see what would be the most realistic thing. And this was I don't know, before we actually even filmed the video to see if it was possible to do some of these effects. And I ended up just using the test shots because it looked so good. I went out to go get stuff to make a new brain so we can actually play with it for a while. And then I was like, these just look fine to me. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
Looked really good.
When he rolls his eyes in the back of his head. What's also fun about it is you can kind of see a lot of our videos in this. You can tell that we pulled from a lot of experiences. The Christmas tree video was definitely in this. The locker was definitely in this. Ghostbusters was definitely part of this. When Eric gets pulled back when he's crawling across the floor. Ryan fucking yanked him.
He went fast. I was wondering if you put that in fast forward or something.
No, it's real. Ryan, we wrapped tape around Ryan's arms and then put the tape monster on him. So you can't see Ryan's arms, and he basically crouched like a frog and then just jumped backwards.
It's pretty good.
It looked crazy. And then adding like the crashing sound of, like, of a desk or like a painting. Because we wanted to film him like going into a table and like knocking, like breaking it and shit. But it was like, we're already so far stretched thin on it. We're like, I'll just make a sound so you sounds like he hit something.
Yeah. You should make it behind the scenes for sure.
Yeah, when they posted the top 15, Mom screamed. I thought something was wrong. She was like screaming bloody murder.
Cute.
Bloody red rum.
Red rum.
Rum.
Red rum.
Red rum. Red rum. Red rum.
Apparently that kid, he came up with that on his own.
No way.
Really?
Yeah.
What a little genius.
Yeah, the voice.
Was Red Rum not a part of... Okay, the voice was? I was going to say, like, the Red Rum had to be from the book.
Yeah, the Red Rum was part of it. That kid did really well, I thought, for being
Yeah.
a kid actor. And
I didn't
It
know
was-
the Danny's not in here, Mrs. Torrance line was from The Shining. Because I've heard that before. Like, it's been memed before. Danny's not in here, Mrs. Torrance.
so in the book, Tony he doesn't speak through him like that. He's a figure that he sees, like he sees him, like hallucinates him. And it turns out that it's actually the future version of himself,
Oh,
kind of giving
From
him
Dr.
these,
Sleep.
giving him these warnings.
You love Dr. Sleep.
Is Dr. Sleep, is he supposed to be Danny?
Yeah, it's the sequel.
I've never seen it. Was it based on a book?
Yeah.
Not as good, I'm guessing.
I think that's something that I like better in the movie. Like, I like that it doesn't really make sense. I don't need it to be a future version of him. Because I think sometimes scary movies try to over-explain things or give things a reason. And then by the end of it, like, it starts off spooky, and by the end of the movie, it's like, oh, it's because this house was built on a Indian burial ground, or it's because of this cult, or just...
Well, the movie kind of implies that with all the Native American references and the windows, and I think the manager at some point tries to explain some of the spooky things that have happened there by saying it was buried on an Indian burial ground.
Are all these Indian designs authentic?
Yeah, I believe they're based mainly on Navajo and Apache motifs. The site is supposed to be located on an Indian burial ground, and I believe they actually had to repel a few Indian attacks as they were building it. That's our snowcat.
But that's not really in the book, which is interesting. And Stanley Kubrick, he scaled back a ton of the explanation a lot for the film.
Like from the
That's
book?
funny that I used Indian
Yeah.
burial ground as an example, and that actually was. I
exactly what
just must
they
not
had.
been paying very good attention.
Yeah, it's not really explicit in the movie, but it is kind of implied. But it's not really in the book.
In the book, do they give a little more of an epilogue?
Yeah.
Because the movie, once Jack Nicholson dies and like Danny and Wendy have left the hotel.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Book
Jack
spoilers.
Nicholson dies.
Jack dies.
When
Dad
they
dies.
leave, Jack dies, and that's it. Like, it's
Just-
done. And I was wondering like,
Dude.
what happened with Danny. Like, what's going on? Because he was obviously going through something. Is he going to take this Red Rum character home with him? Or is that
Yeah.
it? Was that just to
Where's
get
Tony?
through the hotel experience?
At the end of the book, so Halloran doesn't die. He does. You do think he dies in the book, but he ends up living, and he goes on to, I think, manage this cabin resort place out by a lake or something. And Wendy and Danny go out to visit him, and him and Danny sit by the water and talk about it a little bit. I forget exactly what they say, but it's more of a okay, they're fine now kind of ending. But it implies that there may be some things he needs to handle in the future or deal with this Shining thing. The movie did have an ending like that where I think Wendy was in a hospital and the manager came and visited them. But Stanley Kubrick cut that out.
Halloran's character, it was interesting. His second phase of his character was him like, oh, Danny needs my help. He travels like 5 hours. Well, he flies and then drives and travels for hours to get to the hotel. And he gets killed right away and doesn't actually interact with Danny in any way. I'm just like, huh, that was all.
Yeah, I kind of love that though, like because he shows up and you're like, you want this character to help them, but it's like he travels all this way just to die immediately.
Yeah, immediately. He had no real. The story didn't really change based on his actions in any way other than Wendy seeing him. And
Well, no, because he brought them the snowmobile or the snowcat.
oh shit, yeah, that's right. Okay, so he was the Uber that just left them the keys.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
A Waymo.
Quick story. Whenever you guys are saying Wendy, I keep thinking you're talking to me. Here's why. One time, Steve and I went to a hockey game with like company tickets. And so Steve's company had they had given the other 2 tickets to some sales reps. And so we were supposed to like go hang out with them and like make sure they had a good night, blah, blah, blah. The next day, those 2 sales reps went and said to Steve's boss, I had such a good time with Steve and Wendy last night. And so Steve's boss went to him and was like, hey, quick question. Who did you take to the hockey game last night? Because he was like worried that he took some other woman named Wendy. So now everybody at Steve's work calls me Wendy so much that I like start to answer to that name. So every time somebody says Wendy, I'm like, that's me.
It's pretty funny.
It's kind of like me with idiot.
Allie, this costume works really well. You could use it for Halloween for real. The hair, I think you...
Oh, I feel like I need my robe to be blue, though.
Is that a real knife?
Yep.
And you're just like stabbing yourself with it?
Maybe find a fake knife.
Well, yeah, if I was going to go stomp around town, I would have a fake knife, but...
What about my costume?
Chad, you look like...
I like how you're wearing a Bright Eyes shirt.
Oh my god. You look like fucking Justin. What's the one that we always make fun of Ryan for liking?
Bucky Larson?
Bucky Larson.
No. Danny Torrance. Damn it.
It reads.
I watched a little thing like talking about the color theory in this movie and how like all the good people in it were wearing red, white, and blue and like vibrant sort of red, white, and blue, and then Jack Nicholson's was too, but it was all muted.
Oh, interesting. There were some really cool outfits in this movie. Her, at one point, she had this really awesome yellow jacket, then Jack Nicholson's red jacket that gets spilled on, and then the kid had this sick Apollo 11 sweater at one point. The costume design in this was really cool.
That Apollo 11 sweater is sick.
People used to dress so much cooler.
Oh, yeah. Way cooler.
That's another one of those conspiracy theories. People think that's Stanley Kubrick admitting that he filmed the moon landing.
Ooh. See, Justin?
I love
Fake.
that.
Fake moon landing.
We didn't, if you believe.
And
We
there's
put a man on the moon.
and they like show Tang in the movie, which was the drink that the astronauts had, and it was marketed that way.
Oh.
I love it.
Case closed.
Case
I
closed.
love all of it.
It's all the evidence
Go
I
on
need.
Joe Rogan. Go on Joe Rogan and tell the world.
So Stanley Kubrick. Yeah, he's heard that.
Yeah, for a while there, his whole podcast was just conspiracies about the moon landing. Bro Rogan.
Another thing with the cinematography that was interesting, Brittany showed me this TikTok where in the scene where Jack Nicholson is coming after Wendy and she has the baseball bat and he's pushing her up the stairs, that this was kind of like it went against cinematography type patterns and kind of like the when you break that 180 rule, you know. So another rule
They do that several
is kind
times
of-
in this movie.
Yeah, and another one that's common, I guess, is when someone's up above the other, like they have the upper hand, right? And so usually if there's a stair scene, the person who has the upper hand is going to be the one above the other. And in this movie, it seems like it's a specific choice to have her be the one who is kind of
Framed from above a little bit.
yeah, like it's in reverse. Like she's higher than him, but the way that he shoots it has like Jack Nicholson still kind of taking over the frame despite her having like in film the advantage. And so just the whole video goes over just how this is like such a genius shot that a lot of people wouldn't really notice, but it like kind of breaks a lot of those conventions in filmmaking where the person who's kind of the weaker one in the scene is technically like in the structure of the film is in the advantage spot.
Yeah, they do that a few times. I think when he's talking to Grady in the bathroom, and then there's like a mirror shot where she brings him breakfast in bed, and then it like cuts to the actual shot, and it just kind of flips the image. And then one cool part was when he's walking into room 237 to see if there's a ghost or whatever, and he walks into the bathroom, it's like his POV handheld walking through the room, and then it gets to the door, and a hand opens the door, and then it's perfectly framed on the room, and then I think it shows Jack, and then when it comes back to the room, it's like that same shot, but like a still shot. So it was cool how it's this wandering thing, and it lands on this perfect frame, and then it just stays on this perfectly framed room from like a first-person perspective shot to that. Would be kind of tricky to do.
Yeah, this movie is like a film school. Like, it's a treasure trove of cool things to talk about, like as far as like the actual filmmaking of it.
It's possible that frame scene, I don't know if they did this then, but it's possible was there anybody in the framed image scene, or is it just the room?
No, but you do see the hand open the door.
So it's very possible that they put it in, like they started stationary on the room and then picked up the camera and put it in reverse.
Yeah, maybe.
I've seen that done a lot when it's like, same when a camera zooms quickly onto somebody or an object. I don't know about in Hollywood, but I know a lot of like smaller filmmakers, instead of trying to pull focus as they get closer, they start in focus and pull the camera back and then reverse that. So it like zooms in, it's perfectly in focus. I do that a lot.
Jack Nicholson really went for it in this movie. He is so over the top, but it just works.
Yeah, not like Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
No, that worked too.
Chad, you recognize that, right?
Compare those.
No, this
You
is
see
way
the
better
difference?
than that. But it feels like both of them are kind of over the top.
Yeah, one
Which
is in
is-
a good way and one is in a stupid way.
Well, I mean, him and Wendy.
Oh, yes.
And there's this behind the scenes documentary that his daughter shot, which is pretty cool. It's like 25 minutes long. And you can see some of the scenes where he's like pumping himself up to get ready for the axe scene. And it's pretty wild. Like he's like, I'm an axe murderer.
You just say that when you're ready, Sam.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Chad, what movie is it? Is it one of his films when the chick is running down the hallway in slow-mo and she reaches for the medicine cabinet and opens it, and it's like, it's such a mind fuck of a scene. Let me look. Because for some reason I thought that scene was from The Shining this whole time, and it's not. Clearly.
Wasn't there a story about how, I forget her name, but the actress who plays Wendy, she was
Shelley
kind of
Duvall?
like just Shelley Duvall, just pushed to like the edge purposefully by Kubrick, and Kubrick was like kind of like really, like, I don't know, kind of going probably too far, and it was like really traumatizing for her to play those intense scenes.
So I looked into that, and it seems like there was tension between them just because they worked differently. And you can kind of see that in that making of documentary a little bit. But I also think that that's pretty exaggerated in terms of him like actually traumatizing her. Because she's had like, since then, she's done a bunch of interviews, and it seems like she likes Stanley Kubrick. She just said that he pushed her, but it was for the better. And I've seen other people say that to say that movie then traumatized her for the rest of her life kind of downplays like her living a good life since then.
Yeah, it's probably sensationalized to a pretty high degree. I didn't look into it myself. These are all just the stories that I've heard.
She was used to working with Robert Altman, who's very improvisational, and Stanley Kubrick's like, we're going to do this 100 times till I get this weird thing that I'm going for, and I don't even know what it is, you know?
Yeah, sounds terrible.
So when you have to be terrified for that long, that probably would be exhausting.
The movie I was talking about is called Contact.
Jodie Foster.
Maybe. Old sci-fi film.
Chad, you're thinking of the True Detective Night Country. That's what you're thinking of.
No.
That was dog shit.
Total.
Well, I wish we had the podcast then.
Yeah.
You need an outlet.
I don't know if I ever finished
Yeah.
it. I stopped watching it halfway through.
I can't believe Game of Thrones didn't spark this podcast. We had so much
I know.
energy to talk about the disappointment.
I
of Game
still
of
do.
Thrones.
It keeps me up at night.
We can still do it.
I've never
Maybe
seen
we should.
one episode.
All right, Allie, watch
Make Allie
8
watch the whole
seasons of
thing.
Game of Thrones for one podcast episode.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
Man, that was one of the best shows on TV until it wasn't.
Bloodline was good until it wasn't.
Bloodline was good the first season.
Danny was cute. I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to. Danny was cute.
Yeah.
And so the twins, those are from the original Axe Murder, right? So they were just ghosts?
The twins were Grady's
Yeah.
Grady's kids. He killed them.
Yeah.
But all of those apparitions, in the book at least, they died in the hotel in some, in different ways.
So
And-
what do you guys think the meaning of the picture at the end is? I read
don't
different
know.
opinions on it.
I think he's just sucked into the hotel now.
So some people said that the picture is saying that he is part of the hotel now. Like anyone who died there ends up in that photo or ends up in the photos. And just because the date says 1912 or whatever the date was, doesn't mean like he was there then. It's just the date's just on the picture.
I like that better than the idea that he was a ghost the whole time and he's that old.
Yeah.
Other people said it was reincarnation. So he was there back then, and that is a real photo, but it's just a different version of him. And every time he's reborn, he goes back to the hotel. But
Yeah. It's such, watching it again, it's such an abrupt ending.
I know.
It's like it's
And-
climaxing, and then he's just cut to him dead, and then zoom in on the picture.
I did not know the frozen photo of Jack Nicholson. I knew this was in The Shining. I knew that's how he died, but I was pretty surprised that it's exactly what the photo is, like the exact meme, like eyes up. Like
Yeah.
I always thought that like people edited that to make
No.
it funnier looking, and that's really what they shot. And thank God they keep the lights on in the maze at night. Like, that whole maze was lit up very well for them.
Yeah, they don't keep the heat on in the rooms, but they keep the maze lit up, which is good.
Well, he turned on the lights in the maze.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, when he went outside.
I must have missed
Missed
that.
it. Yeah, it's
Danny.
like I said earlier, there's a lot of things spoiled for me as far as what the scene actually was. Like, I knew he was going to die and freeze to death. I knew, just like, the twins, the elevator. Like, a lot of these were all things I was aware of going into this. And I was aware of all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. But I didn't know the context around that. I didn't know that it wasn't actually said. Every time I've heard it quoted in pop culture, it's said by a character. And then having that show up as the book that he's been writing the whole time, I still get like some surprises out of the movie despite knowing so much about it. So I thought that was cool.
She
would
had
freak you out.
to look
Yeah.
at a lot of those pages to confirm her fear on that. Like,
Yeah.
she just kept digging. I'm like, lady, context clues would say that they're going to keep being that.
She was engrossed by the story.
That was a pretty cool reveal. I think that
That's
was
what
like
he'd been writing the whole time.
that was like my favorite scare of the movie. I thought that was like the most psychologically chilling. Like, you've been staying here for this many months, and that's what you've been fucking writing.
Yeah, I agree. That was the one that sat with me the most.
So, did the movie scare you guys? Was it
Did it-
scary?
Not really.
I think the part that made me kind of jump, like I agree with Justin, that part was the most unsettling with the novel that he was writing. But the part that gave me more of like almost a jump scare was during the red rum scene when he was like building up the red rum, and then there's a lot of quick cuts, and then it shows the murder in the mirror, and the sound design kicks up. Like there's like some shock there, and so that was the one scene that kind of like whoa, kind of shook me a little bit. But most of the rest of the stuff was just more creepy and unsettling, not scary.
The red
It's-
rum thing you said?
Yeah, when he's saying red rum and he writes it on the door, and then I think Jack shows up and like it's a big like intense moment where he comes into the room and then it shows red rum in the mirror, which says murder, and then like there's kind of high pitched squealing of the music, like it all builds to this big crescendo in that scene, and that part was kind of like a jolt that I wasn't expecting.
I remember seeing that scene as a really young child, and we were staying in a hotel somewhere, and it was just on the TV, It definitely freaked me out. But I'm wondering, did you guys know that it was murder backwards?
Yes.
Yes.
I think everybody knows that.
Did from, like, I don't know if I would have caught it right away if I didn't know.
That's
about
what I was
Red
wondering,
Herring
because
and-
it
I
seems
think-
so obvious, but I was just wondering.
Yeah, I think there are just too many things that are known in a pop cultural sense to have it be scary at this point. But I think if I had seen it years and years ago with no context, I think I would have been scared.
Yeah, watching this as a kid would sit with you, and I could see how people could be like grow up and have this be the scariest movie they've ever seen, like as like from when they saw it as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That would have probably been the scariest movie I've ever seen as a kid. But as an adult with all these references, I'm more like finding memes along it, which takes the fear factor out of it.
Shelley Duvall and Stanley Kubrick both were nominated for Razzies for this film.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't
The Razzies go
Razzie
back
bad?
that far?
Mm-hmm.
How long have the Razzies been around?
I guess a long time.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
thought that was like a new, like, kind of internet type thing.
Nope, he was, I don't know if they won or not, but he was nominated for Worst Director and she was nominated for Worst Actress.
The Razzies are hilarious.
Yeah.
I like when celebrities play into it and they actually go and get their award. I can't remember who it is. It might be
Halle
like Anne
Berry
Hathaway
for
or
Catwoman, I thought.
yeah. One of them like goes and gets her award every year, like anytime she's nominated. She just like plays into it and like does a speech and everything and thanks them.
Yeah, it's
That's what
like
I would
Anne
do.
Hathaway or like Sandra Bullock or somebody.
It
Yeah,
might be
it might
Sandra
not be
Bullock.
Halle Berry. One of them.
Sandra Bullock.
The Blind
Blind
Side
Side
2. I chop my own fucking dick off.
Here's
Son
a
of a bitch, I'm
question.
gonna chop my own dick off.
It's a good video.
Yeah.
It makes total sense.
Total dog sense.
There were two brothers forced into a life of crime.
Until one day, Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
It didn't even say till one day Sandra Bullock does something. It stops there.
Just
No, it says came into the picture.
Oh, does it? Damn.
What does she
Yeah.
start to say?
What do you mean?
There's like a girl voice in that too.
I never give
Oh,
up
that's
on
also
you.
my voice.
It makes no sense.
We
Your
should
videos have
watch
come
it.
a long way.
Check, can you
Yeah.
pull it up and have us all watch it?
They were two brothers forced into a life of crime until one day Sandra Bullock.
Son of a bitch, I'm gonna chop my own fucking dick off! You're stupid.
The Blind Side 2.
Could you play that clip and then play it next to the video you just produced that got into a film contest and is playing in LA?
Yeah. Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, it's definitely come a long way.
So, in
I
the
have
book,
a question.
yeah,
Jack Nicholson gets locked in the freezer. Mm-hmm. How does he get out?
the hotel lets him out.
I know, that's what happened. Like the hotel actually let him out. Like the ghosts can manipulate physical objects.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But is it the ghost that let him out, or is it just the actual physical hotel?
I don't know.
Because that's like the one thing that really goes fully into supernatural. Like, because it could be Jack just like kind of losing it, like it's all like possessive, like he's possessed. But that's one thing that seems like it's crossed over into full supernatural. There are, in fact, ghosts that can manipulate physical objects and stuff. So that was surprising.
Well,
that,
Danny does get those bruises
Oh yeah,
from that ghost, but
and that,
still
that could have
could
been
probably be
possessive as well
explained.
too.
Yeah, could have been Jack. Yeah, so
Rabbit.
in the book, part of Jack's job is to watch over this boiler in the basement, the thing that heats the place, and it's the pressure of it can't get above a certain level, so he's like always down there checking on it. And down there he finds a bunch of old newspaper articles and documents from the hotel, and that's where you get all the backstory. Like he's really like getting sucked into this. He wants to like write a book about the hotel. He wants to write about it, and he thinks he's going to become like the manager. He thinks the hotel is going to promote him. Like he thinks the hotel wants him, but the hotel wants Danny because Danny has a really strong shine, and his shine is sort of what's making the hotel more powerful.
Oh.
That's why Halloran didn't really know that the hotel was that dangerous because he didn't think they could actually hurt you because he doesn't shine as strong as Danny does. But because Danny does shine that much, the hotel wants him. And so the dad thinks he's the one the hotel wants, but they really want the dad to kill the son so they can have Danny there. And then it can be even more powerful.
That's interesting.
That makes sense.
Shining.
The boiler in the movie, it's you see Wendy checking it, but in the book it's like always Jack checking it. And at the end, Jack is totally psychotic and has been taken over by the hotel. But there's like a brief moment where his inner self kind of comes through and yells for them to get out of there, and he lets the boiler go up above where it's supposed to, and the hotel explodes. So they got rid of that. They got rid of the hedge
Spoiler
animals.
alert, hotel dies.
Hotel dies.
That's one of the notes that we had when we were like, yeah, Jack's making Wendy do all the shit that he was hired to do while he just kind of fucks around.
Well, he writes a dumb book.
Yeah, in the book he does a bunch of stuff for the hotel.
Really like the idea of a place or a house that's alive. Like, I've always thought that idea is cool. So, like, the idea that this hotel is alive and, like, a breathing thing that, not just the ghosts inside of it. Like, there's a cursive song called This House Alive, and it says, "This house alive, I can hear the floorboards breathe, creak." And I just think, like, that line always gives me chills, like, just imagining a fucking house that's, like, the breathing of the floorboards is the creaks that you hear in a house at night. Like, I just think that's super cool. I'd like to play around with that in a video somehow.
The concept's a lot less creepy in Encanto.
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it.
The house is alive, but it like helps do chores.
We don't
Brave
talk
little
about
toaster.
Bruno.
I went to the Stanley Hotel
Yeah.
in Estes where this book was written.
Or is like inspired by. Like I don't even know if he did like a lot of the actual writing in it. I was looking that up prior to this. I'm like, what does the Stanley Hotel actually have to do with The Shining? And this version of The Shining, almost nothing, except for like it inspired Stephen King's book was inspired by that hotel, and I did think they used some of the exterior shots for the miniseries. But I expected it to have a lot more. I expected it to have a lot more relevance.
They shot the bar scene at.
From what I read, none of the scenes in Stanley Kubrick's version were shot in the Estes Hotel.
No, it was shot in England, like on a soundstage. They built those sets.
So then what movie? I know Dumb and Dumber was shot there at the Stanley. Like the big staircase.
That's the real reason to go visit the Stanley. Because
Absolutely.
I always thought it's like, oh yeah, everyone wants to go see the Stanley Hotel. And I imagine a lot of people do think that it's the one from the movie. But really, it's just the inspiration.
They think they're going to see those rooms. Yeah.
There's some famous movie that was shot there, though. Because when we were there, they had rooms that are closed off and you had to pay a tour to go into them to see parts from a movie.
I bet it's like they like decorated it like one of these rooms. And
Let me look.
So you can see the IOU for the Lamborghini.
Those are better than cash.
We went to the Cheers bar in Boston.
You're going to want to hang on to that one.
There's this bar that they use as like a museum for Cheers, the show, but it's like not actually the bar that they use in the show. Like the show was a set. And so it's just like this bar that's just, it has all this Cheers stuff, and you go through it like, I'm in the Cheers bar, but it's not the one from the show. It's like a set, essentially.
I went to, when I was in Italy with Brian, one of the towns kind of close to him was Corleone, and that's where they shot some of the Italy scenes in Godfather. It was kind of cool.
Did they have a bunch of like memorabilia set up and scenes and all that?
Yeah, I didn't go into the house.
Oh,
yeah.
I have one too. In Costa Rica, we went by some of the rolling green mountainscapes where they filmed parts of Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Nice.
You could almost just hear the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I went to Albuquerque and saw all the Breaking Bad spots.
Yeah, I like seeing spots from movies where they shot stuff.
We should go to the Schitt's Creek town.
We went to this little candy shop, and it's like a ma and pa shop. Woman owns it, like this cute older lady, and she did all the meth on Breaking Bad. So they, instead of like hiring it out to get it from like some big factory or something, they actually went to a local. Like, I think the Breaking Bad really helped the economy in Albuquerque.
It did not help the owner of the house.
No.
No.
So they get one more pizza on their roof.
Well, you can't even get near it now. It's all blocked off. They got a huge fence.
We went to Astoria where the Goonies was filmed. And
Just one of the Goonies.
just one single Goonie. But the owner was like in this real crisis of whether or not they're going to allow people to like even look at the house. At one point, there's photos of the house where they put tarps all over it, and just the house just looks like trash because they just cover the whole thing in tarps so no one can get a photo of the Goonies house. And eventually, they just like gave up and they put a donation box outside and said like, please just don't come up to the house. But they're just sick of people coming up to the house and doing the truffle shuffle while they're trying to have their coffee.
If I owned one of those like landmark from a movie, I would probably play into it for a while and then it would get old. But I think it would be fun to set it up and like, or like the Breaking Bad chick, remodel the inside to look just like the show and then fucking charge to go in there. Yeah. Have an Airbnb.
Yeah, you would have to turn it into an Airbnb or something. What, Justin?
Nothing.
An Airbnb.
Chad, you'll have to emphasize that because you just did it.
Airbnb.
Was that natural, Justin?
Yeah. But I don't know like how I say it.
I drove by the Home Alone house in Chicago, or outside of Chicago. That'd be a cool one to own, too.
Oh, speaking of the Goonies, when you said a single Goonie, it brought my mind to gooning. So there's got to be some sort of video joke about gooning in Goonies.
The Goonies.
The Goonings.
There's got to be something in there.
The
Gotta figure out how to
Goonings.
make money off this.
It really was.
Justin, let's start workshopping.
It's a Goonies porn. It's a Goonies porn.
That could be a total dog shirt.
Hey, you guys! Oh!
Oh yeah, one more thing
Also
I
in the
wanted to
book-
mention. That's all you.
Also in the book, Wendy is a little less meek. She has a little more, I guess, agency or something. Or you kind of feel like you can rely on her to fight back a little more.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, she definitely is more... Jack is way more imposing on her.
Yeah, when he told her to get out of that room after she offered to make him a sandwich, I wanted her to be like, you can fuck right off then.
I think she was just so shocked because he hadn't been talking to her that way.
Yeah.
I was shocked she couldn't get out of that window. One thing that I thought was cool when they were doing like the time cards where it was like 1 month. It was interesting that they went with like, they started with month-based time lapses and then it went into days and it was like Monday, Tuesday. They would go through the days and then by the end of it, it's going through the minutes. And so, or like the hours. So it was like 8 a.m. And so it was almost felt like it was a countdown.
It initially started with circumstantial type of days, like the interview, closing day. Then it went to months.
Yeah, and it never like got back out to those more broad dates either. So it just felt like things were closing in as it approached the climax. It was cool.
One thing that didn't make sense to me about the timeline. So Wendy tells that doctor about how Jack dislocated his shoulder, right? And she was like, then he quit drinking after that. In the hotel, when he's at the bar, it's already been like a month or more, and he's still he's like, I haven't gave up drinking for 5 months. And then he was like, she won't let it go. It was 3 goddamn years ago.
It was 3 goddamn years ago.
But it's like, she said it was 5 months ago. He said it was 3 years ago.
It's probably
Yeah.
intentional.
Yeah.
We were confused by that too.
But I don't know why.
Probably because he's crazy.
In his mind, it was 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how
maybe
I would
just-
see it.
Yeah, in the book, he was kind of abusive. It was sort of an accident, but he was drunk and he was mad. It's implied that he was abused by his dad, and he's just struggling with all that. He got fired from his teaching job because he beat up a student. The student was like slashing his tires, and it kind of escalated. And what actually got him to stop drinking in the book wasn't him dislocating Danny's shoulder or breaking his arm. It was him and his drinking buddy were driving home drunk, and they hit a bicycle in the middle of this bridge, and they don't know where it came from. And they think they hit somebody, but they don't really know, and they couldn't. No body was ever found. It was never reported, and they never really saw anyone. So he he's kind of haunted by that too, by thinking he may or may not have killed someone.
Well, with them going with Danny, him dislocating his shoulder, it's funny the turn of phrase that he used when describing it. He said, "I had a momentary loss of muscular coordination."
Yeah. Just a few little more pounds of pressure per second.
A momentary loss of muscular coordination. Few extra foot-pounds of energy per second.
Yeah, his character was awesome.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
interesting.
I want to
to
rewatch it. I want to rewatch it when it's snowing. What's funny too is this is another one you can cut to. We quoted this movie as kids in one of our videos and had never seen it. I come in the door and I go, "Here's Babysitter," or maybe it's Jakey. Maybe it's Jakey. Or maybe I do it both. But I know on the Jake one I go, "Here's Jakey," and it cuts like you see. I'm like midway through jumping at the camera, and then it cuts to Eric like, "No."
Which video is that?
Jake. Here's Babysitter.
Little did you know you were quoting Danny Carson.
Danny Carson.
Johnny Carson.
Danny
Did you say
Carson.
Danny Carson?
I did. And Chad goes, mm-hmm.
I thought at first you were making a joke, like Danny is now Danny Carson.
Yeah, I didn't
realize
remember.
you just said it wrong.
Didn't remember who the first name was, so I just went with one of the names. From
That's
the Shining.
wild that you guys, that time can move in a way where someone is well known as Johnny Carson, even him, he disappears.
I know who that is.
I know who Johnny Carson is.
I just didn't know that. I never watched
the
it.
show. So there's no, he's now just a name, but all of his, work,
Harry,
there's no context.
do you know who he is? You just called him Danny.
Danny Carson.
Everybody knows Danny Carson.
Johnny Carson's son.
Here's Danny.
Harry can't think about another talk show host other than Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
Harry still believes.
Here's Jimmy.
They're all second tier next to Jimmy Fallon.
Vaccine.
Chad, what'd you say on our group chat? You said, it's the Jimmy Fallon effect. Harry and Brittany, they mindlessly consume SNL.
Oh, it's so bad.
I haven't watched it.
Thing, I don't understand. I don't remember how that started. Why do you guys...
Because it was just it was a random
It was an insult
that I threw out at you at games night. I was just like, Harry still believes in Jimmy Fallon.
Yep.
But why?
That's a good insult.
Funny.
Because he's one of those things where you start to, over time, you're like, oh, this is mass media propaganda bullshit.
Yeah, I've never... I don't... There's no late night talk show host that I've ever actually tuned into. I'm going to watch my late night show, and it's this one. It was never a part of just my, routine. But Jimmy Fallon gets a pass because he was in Almost Famous. And everyone in there just gets a pass.
I like Conan O'Brien.
No, he's not funny.
Conan?
Yeah.
Conan's funny.
I don't like his travel show, but I like most of the things he does.
Yeah, that show wasn't good.
While we were watching the movie...
You think Mick Jagger's going to be up on stage dancing around when he's 70? No. Go ahead, Al.
The part where Grady's trying to tell Jack that Danny is trying to bring somebody else into the equation, and they start using the N-word. Mm-hmm. Steve pauses it and goes, British people couldn't use a hard R if they tried.
Yeah.
Good point.
Funny.
Yeah.
I had in my notes, N-word jump scare. He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It was a jump scare.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Oh, and this movie met the criteria for Justin and Chad because it had regular naked boobs and crusty old lady naked boobs. So,
Oh, it did the thing that The Witch did,
yeah.
where you're kissing a hot lady and then it's a decrepit body.
It's never been done before.
Yep, this stole it from The Witch.
That lady was nasty.
I can't believe The Shining ripped off The Witch.
And she was wearing one of those thongs that have the pubic hair on them. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah, the Kim Kardashian thongs.
They sold out.
They're sold out. Yeah.
Do you think people bought them as a joke?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I bet you people
It's like the
seriously
Dune
bought them as
popcorn
well.
bucket.
I was thinking the same thing. It's the Dune popcorn bucket all over again, where it's like, you know that this is a moment in time, and owning it later is going to be like, remember the pubic thong?
That's for sure not the only sales, though. People will buy anything the Kardashians put out there.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone will wear it non-ironically.
I do.
Eric walks into the studio to shoot the horror video, and he looks up at my Dune popcorn bucket, and he goes, "You got the Dunacy."
Imagine a girl. She's like, I got something for you, baby. She like takes it off slowly and reveals the bush. It's like Stanley Kubrick, quick zoom into it with a sound cue.
It's such a weird concept.
I'm pretty sure they used that same thing. It was stolen from Waiting.
Oh, yeah. What movie is it when something happens to the main character and they like scream and the camera zooms in on their face and they like melt into a skeleton? You know what I'm talking
that's
about?
a lot of stuff.
The one I know of is Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. And then there's something with Jim Carrey when he gets hurt in some way. Maybe it's what is that? He's like looking down at his injury, screaming, and the camera like zooms in on his face.
To Ace Ventura too.
Yeah, when he gets
He gets
the
stabbed
spear in the leg.
Quick, throw me a spear.
We should do
It's in the bone. It's in the bone.
That's one of those movies that's
Let me guess.
better than the first
White
one.
Devil. You speak Wachuto?
The second one is better than the first one for sure.
Oh no.
Rewatching.
Oh, no.
I can quote the first one from like start to finish.
I guarantee
Yeah.
you can quote the second one from start to finish once
Yeah.
you put it
Captain's log. We have
You might be
traveled
right.
back in time to save an endangered species from total annihilation. So far.
It's pretty hot in these rhinos.
The first one. One of the main jokes of the movie is that the person was trans.
Yeah.
on. Everyone's puking.
And it's like everyone's puking.
Not funny. How many
That
times
would
in
not
life do we
fly
quote,
today.
get away from the door?
Get away from the door.
What's the matter with you? I said get.
Pekingese. She was hyperactive.
That opening scene with the UPS delivery is so good.
Yeah.
It's so stupid too, because elevator doors, one, they don't shut if there's something in there, and they don't shut that hard. It's like, woof.
You just picture the people on set like slamming the doors shut.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so good. It's such a good movie.
HDS coming through.
Got a package, people. Laces out.
No, it's something else that I'm thinking of, and like he screams at it, and the camera starts like spinning.
What do you mean spinning in what direction?
Toilet bowl or Australian toilet bowl?
Oh, it's gonna drive me crazy.
Sounds like The Mask or something.
Did you get the hair out of your mouth?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up.
Well, the thing is, this wig is not what I want it to be, so I had to pin it back so it's more.
Hey, you're looking.
I forgot about his hair on that scene with the spears. No one messes with the dew. And the next thing, boom, 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 boom. He's like using his head on the drums.
We'll have to do one of those sometime.
Classic.
What does your hair remind me of now? Like you've gone way. You're no longer Danny. Like you're getting.
Yeah, how did it?
You're,
It
like,
started
becoming
out
like
as
a
Danny, and now it's
80s hunk.
melting.
God.
You want to go buy some crystals, girl?
It's a little, yeah, it's a little Real Housewives at the moment.
Yeah, gross. Stop.
Money can't buy you class.
Chad, on the second one, the second Ace Ventura, when he gets into that room with all the stuffed animals, and he's like, hush, hush. The reason I call you out exactly because you and I have sent each other so many reels with that. It's like it says when you go on a Tinder date that goes well and you get back to her place and she has tapestry on the wall.
No, it's like you go back to her place and it's like all cops are bastards, eat the rich. It's like all these like political things tacked all over her wall.
So this might be the scene I'm thinking of. I'm sending it to you guys, but the YouTube video is just like a loop. So I don't know what it's from. It doesn't say.
That's from Ace Ventura.
Is it?
When he sees Snowflake.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Because it's so like, it's so weirdly framed. And like, it's just like.
Oh, yeah, because he goes.
I don't know. It just. Yeah.
And then he falls backwards.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Justin, we should also mention the parody of The Shining, which I've seen. It's a trailer for The Shining, but it's like as a rom-com. And Justin and I all the time will quote, Shining.
Shining.
Yeah, it's like so happy. It just goes, Shining.
Imagine like a hand coming out of Allie's bathtub and pulling the curtain back.
That'd be a cool trick. Allie, the whole time Steve was in there.
Yeah.
Set up for this joke. So yeah, The Shining.
So, Justin, like the idea of Steve sitting in the shower the whole time just for one payoff at the end. This one time we were at a Conestoga football game, and Eric and we snuck in the back of Chad's car, and he drove all the way home and it wasn't until he pulled into the driveway and shut the car off where we just pop up and go, thanks, Chad.
Yeah. And I was like singing the whole ride home.
Did you stay in the car for the whole football game?
No, it was on our way out. We saw Chad's car. Like, ooh, let's sneak into Chad's car. Good thing you went home. And then, yeah, you were singing the whole time. And core memory, I don't know why. We were at a stop sign. Chad rolls down the window and goes, Blah!
No, it wasn't at a stop sign. It was right when we were pulling up to the house. And like, I think Justin and his friends were out there or something.
We didn't see that. We hear the car slow and you go, Blah! Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't pop out. Chad's losing it.
Imagine if you were hiding in back and Chad brought a girl with him and he was getting some roadhead.
Ew,
You guys have to
God,
sit
why
back
is
there
your-
awkwardly.
Go there.
Yeah. Go ahead and imagine that, Harry.
I'm not going to imagine that.
no.
Don't
so
tell me to
big.
imagine that. Gross.
Why is
One
it so
time-
big?
Stop.
Stop.
Can we be done now?
One
End this.
time I snuck into the back of Caitlin Embry's car at Stewart's house and I was hiding back there and she's backing out of their long driveway. And I jumped up and scared her, and she like hit the gas hard and hit a tree.
Oh,
No
Yeah.
way.
And then they're like,
What the fuck?
you're saying it like that's a.
it wasn't my fault.
You're saying it like
non-story.
it's exactly.
Nothing.
It didn't destroy her car or
Oh
anything.
yeah, this
It
one
just
time we made
damaged
a
it.
friend crash their car.
Justin, was it you that was with me and Dad? We left Pomida and we got in a Camry or something,
It was me.
thinking it was Mom, and it wasn't Mom. It was some
Yeah.
other lady in the car.
Me and mom were behind that car, and we watched you guys come out of Pomida and get in the car with a stranger. And Dad like sat in the front seat, and the lady must have been horrified.
He was.
Me and Chad get in the
And
back.
the look
Her
on
head,
Dad's
like,
face too.
It's burned into my memory. Because we all froze. Like we knew something was wrong, but like we couldn't figure it out right away. She was terrified.
Can you imagine
Poor
a
lady.
woman at night alone,
Absolutely
and
not.
3 men get in her car?
I would have peed right in my pants.
I don't know if it was that night, but
It was.
You
at
guys are
night.
like you didn't get pepper sprayed or
It
something.
was snowing. I remember it. It's like a core memory.
I one
Seeing
time.
Dad's face react to seeing not Mom in the driver's seat.
And you guys, like, I remember Dad laughing, like, as he's running to our car. Like, instead of being, like, embarrassed, you guys were all laughing about it.
It was weird.
It was
One time I was
bizarre.
leaving I was leaving a concert in Chicago, and my Uber pulls up. Wasn't my Uber, but I got in.
No.
Yeah, it looked just like it. The license plate was similar, and I get in, and the lady goes, "I'm not an Uber."
I love that she recognized what it was, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then there wasn't Uber when you guys got in the wrong car.
No.
No, we were just entering her car.
Oh, remember the Uber in Chicago that was also a karaoke?
Oh,
Yep.
I gotta try to find the clip from that. Bizarre, because that completely changed. What song was it? Oh, you know the song? Well,
Africa?
you done me and I bet I felt it.
Oh yeah, the guy.
I have a
You
video
dun
of-
dun dun dun.
He starts singing while driving. He cues the song up for me for like I didn't ask for it, and he goes, "Well, you done 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 done."
That was crazy.
That was, like I felt like we had to participate in the Uber fun, otherwise we are gonna like get in trouble.
killed.
It was like it was forced fun. It was
Me and
scary.
Chad, remember when we were in New York in that Uber, we had an extra person that we were supposed to, like we weren't supposed to have the extra person. And I'm like sitting in the middle console, and every time this van goes over a speed bump, the whole bottom of it would scrape on the speed bump. It was so loud, and then he recognized what was happening. And so he just, every time we come up to a speed bump, he would try to like turn slightly and go over it, and he'd drive real slow, and all of a sudden you just hear and so me and Brian, that's when we wrote the idea for A Quiet Place. So like we're like imagining the vehicles trying to be quiet, like the Uber drivers trying not to call attention to the aliens, and he's going over a speed bump, and it's like shh.
Justin and Brian in the back the whole time, like, and then like cracking up quietly to themselves. And so
And
the
then
Uber driver knew they were laughing about this happening, and he just got more mad.
Yeah. Me and Brian, shh, and then you would hear it scrape, and we'd bust out laughing.
And I'm sure Chad's pissed because it's probably under his account.
Yeah.
You guys are.
And there was like, I think we hit like 12 speed bumps
They
on
were
that ride
so.
home.
It was like
It wrecked the
comical.
bottom of that. It wrecked the bottom of that van.
Yeah. It was awful.
And then we got yelled at in
Shining.
Okoboji by that one Uber driver.
Oh, yeah, what
Everybody
happened?
shut the fuck up!
Yeah, it was crazy. We all crammed it. Like
happened
we crammed into an Uber. Like he picked up more people than he was legally allowed to carry, and we were all like it was after the bars, so we were all drunk and just laughing and have a good time. And I think we even had like a couple stragglers with us as well. But we had a full car, and in the middle of the drive, he just snaps, "Everyone, shut the fuck up!" It was terrifying.
But he was like joking. He was joking with us and like being goofy and having fun, and then suddenly he like it was like a switch went off.
Yeah. You'd think you'd just be like, hey, can you guys, keep it down a
Pipe
little
down
bit?
back there.
I don't think we were being outrageous either.
No, we weren't.
We weren't after, that's for sure.
And it was like a van. It was like a bigger car or like an SUV or something.
All right, should we wrap this?
Yep.
Yes.
The Shining was great. Some parts are a little outdated, but it was made in the 70s, so it's like I can see past any of that. I really liked it. I want to watch it again.
I liked it. The sound design was a little much, but I liked it.
My main criticism was just that arc of Jax. I would have liked it to be a little more gradual and to start to see him like go from one character and by the end of it be like you can see the unraveling, but he unraveled really quick, and so it would have been I would have preferred to see that be more of a build. But I liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was like I feel like this was a major part of my film history that was missing, and having watched it, I'm bummed it took me so long because I feel like because I've seen so much of it referenced in pop culture, I lost a lot of the effect of it. But I'm glad to have finally seen it, and I will probably see it again.
Yeah. Good job, Chad.
I saw it as a kid on accident, I think. And then I didn't really watch it until like my 20s or something. So I probably had the same thing where it's like I'm very familiar with all these references at this point.
Yeah.
But I think there's so much in it to enjoy outside of that too, because it is such its own tone and world. And even watching it again this year, because I watch it pretty much every year for Halloween. As soon as it starts, I'm just like, it's so entrancing, It's like easy to get sucked into it.
Just like he got sucked into the hotel.
Yeah, it breaks so many conventions that it's surprising that it is so popular. That it is such a well-regarded movie because it's so different.
Yeah, and I have some friends who really like this movie and have always talked about it. And it's like, it doesn't seem like a movie that this particular person would like sit through.
It doesn't seem like it has mass appeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, I can't imagine them watching this, and they like watch it all the time.
It's very like artsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would have mass appeal, and it doesn't seem like it's really scary. It's more like just, I don't know, off-putting.
Psychological
Yeah.
thriller.
Yeah. It's really unsettling.
Yeah.
It's earned artsy. Like sometimes things get artsy and I roll my eyes, and I felt like this was someone with a real
This
vision.
feels
and
honest.
They weren't just doing. Yeah, it feels earnest.
I feel like it is a little bit dated, feels kind of tropey sometimes. The acting is like, it's both really good and crazy over the top. So
Yeah.
that also is kind of unsettling.
But it
'Cause
probably
Wendy's-
didn't
Wendy's-
feel tropey at all when it first came out. Probably like, holy shit.
Wendy's always doing like the Muppet thing, you know?
It is very. I'm glad we came around to that. Like that had to be mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm filming.
But it's so good. It's a very good movie.
You gave it to me. Yeah.
Steve, what'd you
Hi,
think?
Steve.
Well, Steve, what did you think of? He didn't finish it. He had to go to a band meeting. Because he's never seen it either, so he doesn't know how it ends. Spoiler alert.
To me,
This is a Stanley Kubrick fucking
824
framing
Sharp.
here.
Yeah.
the arm twist that is sound design for me.
He didn't like the sound design either.
I think that
You're standing in front of my camera.
No,
No,
keep
it's
it.
perfect. It looks like
okay,
the movie.
come back.
It's Jack entering the frame when she's
Jack
going
for
through
sure.
This is the scene.
Steve,
Don't make
say,
me
here's Johnny.
I can't stand the screeching in my ears.
Yeah, the screeching in his ears he didn't like. Can
Tell
you say
him-
here's Johnny real loud?
Well, turn it down, you old man.
Here's Johnny.
No, not like that. Not like you're a... Hey,
Here's Johnny.
I don't think he saw that part, actually.
No,
But he's never seen it, ever.
Who's Johnny?
He just asked me who Johnny is.
Johnny Carson.
Tell him to go.
duh.
Tell him to go. Here's Danny Carson.
We're going to take the dogs on a walk, so
You know, this costume can double as a bukkake costume.
Yeah.
you have to watch the end of the
Yeah.
movie to find out what Justin is.
Someone splooges on somebody else.
No.
Steve just did the same joke.
All right, I'll let you.
Bukaki.
Me and Steve, we have the same humor. Steve randomly texted me the other day and said, he fucked my ass. He fucked my monster ass.
This concludes our Halloween specials.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
know, it's sad.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
We'll do it again at Christmas.
Thanks for watching, Brittany. Thanks for watching, Gavin.
If you're watching from LA, I will have already been there and come home by the time this is out.
Not total dog shit.
Not total dog shit.
total
Allie's
dog
gonna
shit.
go produce total dog shit with her dogs in the yard.
Yeah.
This movie is total dog shit. This movie
No.
sucked.
It's a great movie.
Good job, Chad. It's probably the only pick Chad's going to have that we're going to like.
I'm gonna switch it up a lot, but also, yeah, I'm gonna pick some shit you're not gonna like.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All right. Peace out, Girl Scouts. I can't be sitting in
How
this
do we almost
bathtub
go
anymore.
2 hours? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, good luck, Chad.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll go be.
Love you.
Love you.